Hi, and welcome to my vlog. My name's Alexi. I'm really excited to start making a little digital scrapbook on a platform other than my normal social media. It's going to be so fun to look back on these videos as I continue to grow and change. I'm currently based in Mallorca, and so this weekend I'm going on a hike up to a castle, and then I'm going to explore two beautiful mountain towns with the family here. And then I'm going to tour ancient Arab baths and then have a spa experience at an Arab bath. So it should be a really fun weekend, and I figured why not start vlogging now. A little backstory about me. I'm 23 years old. I went to college in New York, played softball there. I played softball my whole life. I moved to Spain in January to be an au pair for 3 months, so that is my current situation. I think having a little digital scrapbook to see how my journey unfolds will be so fun because I really am not sure what comes next for me yet. I'm trusting God has a plan for me and He's gonna lead me to the path He wants me on. In the meantime, come along with me as I figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. My main goal for this is just to have a place to keep all my memories and watch myself grow up, essentially. I'm really excited, so if you find this entertaining, the more the merrier. Join me. I'm going on a hike today, but I need to pack a little backpack. I'm hoping I can fit everything in this little one. If not, I have this bigger one, but I feel like it'd be nice to carry something smaller. Okay, I think we'll be so good to go in this little backpack. And the only other thing I need to bring is a water bottle and maybe like my AirPods and some chapstick. And maybe a snack. I think I'll pack a sandwich. And now it's time for some coffee and breakfast. I'm gonna make my go-to honey cinnamon iced latte that I make every morning. Might as well use the rest. Now I just pour this over. And she's beautiful. Delicious. It's time to slick back the hair. I love my slick back routine. It does so good and stays literally all day. When I used to play softball in college, I would slick my hair back at like 7 a.m., go play a doubleheader, be out on the field the entire day on the bus, come home, and I would be getting in the shower with my hair fully slicked back still. Like, I would take it out, my hair stays back. I swear by this. The Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curling Gel Souffle. I've used this since like I started slicking back my hair, and it stays so well. Grab a bunch of it, start putting it through the sides and top. I feel like when I was on the field, people would ask me all the time, like, how do you get your slick back to stay so well? It also helped that I was a pitcher only, so I didn't have to put a helmet on, but it truly is the most secure slick back I probably could ever do. So now I'll use this little guy, my little slick back brush. There she goes. I'm also such a perfectionist with it. Like, I'll go over my hair 70 times with the brush if I have to make sure there's not a single hair out of place. I think it's pretty slick. I'll also redo the pony a million times if hairs pop out while I'm doing it. I think we did pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? There she is, there's a little 360 view. I always add like just a bit more gel to the flyaways that are popping out. I'll sometimes use this or like bring it with me in case anything pops out while I'm on about, but I like to put it on these little pieces because I feel like that's always where hairs come out, especially if I'm wearing sunglasses or something. I don't like how it makes it white. I guess I have to rub it in. I don't know, I'm a bit new to the day styling cream. I've always used the Shea Moisture. Figured I'd give it a try because I know the raves about it. We'll honestly, sometimes you just gotta stick to your roots though. I always have such a hard time with telling how big to do the bubbles. You do to the side, else they become uneven. Is that good? I can't tell. We're rocking with it. Last one. Okay, she's cute. All that's left to do is brush my teeth and then put on a tiny bit of makeup. My base layer, I like to use the La Roche-Posay moisturizer. I like the one with SPF for daytime, and then I use the one without SPF for nighttime. And I just mix it with my De Bronzy Drunk Elephant drops. Love these. So I just mix these together and then put it all over my face. I'm not a makeup girl by any means. I don't really know anything about it. Instead of concealer under my eyes, well, maybe it is concealer, but I use this like stick that my best friend gave me years ago. Actually, I think I'm gonna ask her for my birthday this year to get me a new one because it's running low. It's Maybelline Fit Me. It's so scratched up, but it's literally just like a stick that's like this. And I just put it under my eyes and call it a day. I just use a brush and rub it in, and then that's all. Actually, that's not all, I lied. I'll use like a little pour. It just gets rid of your pores, but I use it under my eyes. I have palettes where I go crazy. I love this little Anastasia palette. I have a new one that my brother got me for Christmas one year. It was needed. I literally only use this color. These two I would think broke. I only use this one. I felt like there was no need to bring a brand new palette traveling because I don't want to break it. I feel like what always finishes the look though is the eyebrow gel. I have had a bit of a like thick brow look lately and I honestly love it. That and then just a little mascara. I use the Better Than Sex mascara. When I do something athletic, I'll put like a brush or two of the waterproof one on. I honestly hate waterproof mascara. I feel like it's so difficult to get off, but I always just get it off while I'm in the shower and I just use soap and water. I finished the look for the hike. Now I'm starting my hike. It's going to be about a 2-hour hike to get up and then I guess maybe like an hour and a half down, hopefully. So I'm so excited. I had to take a train to the town over from mine and then a bus to another little town. Just seeing the mountains in the distance is making me so happy. Since the first day I got here, I landed at the airport, started driving to the house, and was just obsessed with the mountains that were all around. So to finally be going on a hike in the mountains a month later is just incredible. I've only been walking for like 10 minutes, but I need to strip. By strip, I mean take off my little yellow jacket. It's a beautiful day today. It couldn't have been more perfect. I've been waiting for a day like this to go hiking. Okay, onward. I just got so excited seeing the mountaintop to the left of me, but then there's a bunch of goats in the field too. I think I scared them a little bit and I kind of feel bad, but they were so cute. I think I'm about halfway there. I'm definitely starting to get a little out of breath. I feel like I took the first half of the hike a bit slower. I was taking pictures and things like that, and now I'm in the thick of it. It's like straight uphill, curving, winding paths. But I'm excited. That means I'm getting closer, and just look at the view behind me. I'm officially halfway there. I can see the castle in front of me that I'm going up to, and it seems so far away. Like that mountain looks so tall. I'm finally starting to see a view of like the whole city and all the mountains in the distance, and it's stunning. I can't even imagine what it's gonna look like all the way at the top. I'm real out of breath now. I just took a tiny little water break and I feel a bit revived. I let my heart rate go down a little bit because it was getting really high. So I'm feeling good. I've got a little less than an hour left and I just can't wait to get to the top. I'm tired. Okay, view. Okay, out of breath. I've seen a lot of cars pass by and I'm like, dang, I'm kind of jealous of you. But also, I feel like I'll feel more fulfilled when I get to the top. If I was to do this for a second time though, I'm not hiking again because I'm tired. This is probably the hardest hike I've ever done, to be honest. Okay, the last sign that I saw said 30 minutes. Nope, it said 35 minutes to the top. It's probably been about 5 minutes. So the last 30 minutes, I'm honestly a little tired. This is definitely the hardest hike I've ever done. It's crazy. It says it's only been 3 miles, but the elevation gain, 1,134 feet of elevation gain. I don't think I've ever done that before. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. I think by the time I'm at the top, I'm gonna feel very accomplished, and then hoping the hike down feels a bit better. Let's go finish the hike. I'm gaining elevation so quickly. It's been like not even 10 minutes since I said 1,134 feet of elevation. It's now 1,311 feet of elevation, and I feel it, so I'm taking a water break. These backpack straps are sweaty. All right, it's got to be about like 20 minutes left, so I can do this. I can't even lie right now. I'm not having the most fun. That sign I saw that said 35 minutes to the top lied. I just looked at my Apple Maps. It said I still have 20 minutes to go, which is really unfortunate. You know, at this point, it's like mind over matter. I know I can do it, or mind over body, I guess, because my legs are tired and my lungs a little bit, but I know in my mind I can do it, so I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it with a smile at that. This is actually so insane. I can see the sea right now, which means I'm really high up because I'm literally like in the middle of the island. I'm nowhere near the coast. This view is so insane, and I can see the castle in front of me now. I'll put it behind me. Oh my gosh, I knew the view was going to be incredible, but I did not expect it to be like this. This is on the side that I did not walk up on. I walked up on the other side, so I haven't seen any of this yet, and I'm like actually in awe. My jaw dropped. Like, this is insane. How is this even real? This is so cool. I feel like he is not happy with me, but I love him. Are you kidding? It's so beautiful here. I have no words. I'm left speechless, truly. This has been the most incredible day. I feel like I have forgotten how hard the hike actually was. I'm heading back down the mountain now, so I'll probably remember, but I don't think it'll be as bad as going up. I honestly can't wipe this smile off my face. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Like, how is this my life right now? I don't know, but it is. Honestly, I think one of like the biggest things I've realized from moving to Spain, one of the biggest things I've learned is like life is really what you make it. You can do whatever you want. Free will is real. I had the dream to come live abroad before I like got into what people would call real life or like the real world. Not that this is not real life, this is, even though it literally doesn't look like real life. This was like really, really important to me, and I feel like I thought about it so often that I finally was like, okay, but you have the power to do it. If you want to do it, do it. And I feel like that's something that's gonna stick with me forever. If I want to do something bad enough, just make it happen. Maybe it's not gonna be easy. Maybe you're gonna get bad news along the way. When I was trying to be an au pair, I had some bad news along the way. There's people who said no, there was families that said no, there was opportunities that I really thought were gonna happen that ended up not happening, but it all led me to where I am right now. Everything is exactly how it's supposed to be right now. God really paved the way for me to be where I am right now. I lean on that when I'm not sure what's gonna happen in the future. If I don't know how my life's gonna play out, that's okay, because he does, and he has a perfect plan for me. So I'm like, if I don't know, maybe it's frustrating sometimes, maybe I wanna know, but he knows. So I'm all good. I feel so grateful and I feel so blessed. I feel so happy. Like, I've just been so happy here. That's all I got. Follow your dreams, follow your heart, make things happen that you think are impossible, because you are the only one that can change your life. If you want to do something, do it. If you have a dream, chase it. That sounds so cliche, but like, seriously, life's what you make it. Explore, dream a little, make your dreams come true. I am so proud of myself for making mine come true. I just finished writing in my journal. We live in the most beautiful world, thank you God, and to be able to explore it just feels incredible. Like, I truly am so blessed to be here. I'm just enjoying my little coffee that I got from the cafe. I didn't know there was gonna be a cafe up here, so that was a fun surprise. My phone died, so we're switching and using my camera now. I'm just eating my little peanut butter and jelly that I made before I left. My orange, gonna enjoy my coffee and then head back down the mountain. It has been an incredible day, even though the hike was a little more difficult than I expected, and I will report back once I'm home. Okay, so I'm back home, obviously, and I made it down the mountain, also obviously, but not without some help. First of all, a little debrief. I went about 6 miles, a little over 6 miles actually. I think it was like 6.5 something. Gained over 2,000 feet of elevation, so this is by far the hardest hike I've ever done. I would not do it again. I think not knowing what was ahead of me is what kept me going. I was like, oh, I don't know how much is left. I don't know how hard it's gonna be. But now that I know, I would absolutely not do it again. If anything, I would drive to the parking lot and then hike like the 30 minutes or so from there. Were the views worth it? Yes, absolutely. It was like probably one of the best views I've ever seen. I had 360-degree views of the entire island. I saw the sea, I saw mountains, I saw all the surrounding villages, which was amazing. Going down the mountain, I basically ran most of the way down. And then it was starting to get dark and I was honestly starting to get a little nervous, and my phone was dead, so I couldn't even call the family that I'm staying with to see if they could come get me. Luckily, I literally was stopping to put my camera in my backpack so that I could run the rest of the way down the mountain. And a car started coming by. I heard the car and then I saw their lights, and they ended up rolling the window down, and it was the family that I had seen at the top of the mountain, and they asked if I wanted to ride the rest of the way down, and I was like, yes, please. Thank you so much. And literally by the time we got down the mountain, it was dark. Like, I would not have made it. I honestly don't know what I would have done if they hadn't stopped for me. So I'm so thankful to them. And they ended up having dinner in my town. That was their plan all along. So they just dropped me off super close to where I'm staying, and it worked out really perfectly. So that was a God thing. He really provided what I needed in that moment. And I'm so thankful, because I truly would not have made it down the mountain. I'm really proud of myself, and I feel like I didn't know I could do a hike like that. I always say that I'm like a fake hiker because I like to do the shortest hikes with the best views. This one was not short, but it did have the best views. So I feel like I'm a real hiker now after that one. I don't know if I'll do another one like that anytime soon, but at least now I know that I can. Now I'm just gonna look at photos from the day, maybe make a little Instagram reel, and then read my book and go to sleep because I'm exhausted. Good night. So it's now the following afternoon. This morning I was rushing around a bit, trying to get ready for the day because we went to explore a couple of mountain towns that were beautiful. We went to Valldemossa and Deià. We walked around Valldemossa for a bit and had breakfast there at a little cafe. It was pouring rain when we first got there, so I was happy to sit in a restaurant and have hot chocolate. The hot chocolate was so good. It is not like the hot chocolate in the United States. It's like so thick and rich and creamy and delicious. And I got a savory pastry and a sweet pastry, so that was amazing. Then we just walked around the village a bit because the rain lightened up, and then on the way from Valldemossa to Deià, we stopped at this like overlook of the water that had a rock formation that had a hole in it, and it was just a really, really beautiful place to stop and take photos. And then we continued on to Deià, but we didn't really feel like walking around anymore. So we just took a few photos of the town. It was really similar to Valldemossa. After that, we were all getting kind of hungry and we stopped and grabbed lunch on the way home. I am very exhausted after my hike yesterday and then not getting a whole lot of sleep last night. I'm gonna go relax and I will see you later. I just finished getting all ready for the day. I did my little Bible study this morning, had breakfast, had my coffee, honey cinnamon latte, of course, and I'm getting ready to head out for a fun day in Palma. I am going to Arab baths today. There's the ancient Arab baths that are like a historic site that I'm gonna go tour first, just to kind of see the history of it and all of that. And then I booked myself a little spa experience at the Hammam Arab baths in Palma, where I can go in the baths themselves and all the steam rooms. So I treated myself a little bit, but I feel like I'm doing my due diligence by going to the historic site first and then going to the baths to relax and unwind after a long but very fun and exciting weekend. Come on with me. I just walked outside. I had to put my sunnies on immediately because it's so sunny out. It just makes me so excited to go explore because now I get to enjoy the sun on my face, maybe even catch a sunset after I go in the baths. So it's gonna be a beautiful, perfect day. I literally just turned down a bunch of different random alleyways and arrived at the historic baths like in the most random spot, which I feel like is common here. When I went to see the cathedral, I also was just going around a bunch of alleys and then all of a sudden it opened up to this massive, beautiful cathedral. The baths are right now, and it's actually really cool. The history is super cool. They used fires on the outside to heat the floors, and then it created steam. So this was essentially like a steam room. And I'm really glad I learned the history of it before going to do my own little spa experience. There's also a beautiful garden here where I got to read my book for a bit, so that was a nice surprise. I loved walking around the garden, and this was just a really fun experience that I didn't think would be as fun as it was. So I'm off to relax at the spa now, and I'll try to bring you with me if I can. Right now, that was truly amazing, and I got to take a shower afterwards. I'll debrief when I get back because I'm obviously in the train station about to head home, but I just needed to document my immediate after feelings of being so relaxed. I had so much time to just hang out with myself, which was nice. I had everything you could possibly need, and that was a 10 out of 10 experience. All right, I will see you when I get home. Okay, I'm home and I'm cozy. I'm gonna give you the little rundown on how the baths worked. So when I first walked in, I checked in at the desk, and then he told me to take a little seat in the waiting area. I think I just got him. And then one of the ladies came in and showed me back to the locker room where I changed into my swimsuit, and then she showed me around the baths. She recommended that the way you do it is first go in the warm pool and then go into the hot pool and then do the cold plunge and then go in the sauna. All of this was free for me to use during my 90 minutes. At first I kind of avoided the cold plunge. I didn't really want to do it. I swam in the pool for a bit. It was nice to just like relax in there. But before I went in the sauna, I was like, okay, I need to do the cold plunge. Like, it's part of the process. It's part of the experience. I did warm pool, hot pool, cold plunge, and then into the sauna. I made myself stay in the cold plunge for 10 seconds. I took 10 big deep breaths. The sauna felt so good afterwards. I feel like it made me be able to stay in the sauna longer than I usually would. I didn't get hot as quick. It was overall a really lovely day. I'm so proud of you for all that you're doing right now. You're amazing and I love you.